Coffee break in the exchange. Might as well take it with Bronuts. All right, so as you all know, and if you think all I do is chase weed and music around cannabis shops, you got another thing coming, man. Think another way. So you know that recently starting as a bud tender at Pot Life Cannabis Incorporated, 201 Henderson, Winnipeg, Manitoba. Also during the day, I work for the fabulous Leonard Taylor designer part-time and do a lot of the maintenance. So here behind me, he's going to be moving into a new shop, and I've been helping him over the last couple of weeks get things done and prepared for the extravaganza, man. So today, like I've said, stepping out of the box, I've introduced Derek Snow, 12 Inches of Snow, who will also be sharing cannabis reviews moving forward on his own. Also frees up a little bit of time for me, myself, looking at some of the other venues and other events and great food and culture that I wanted to be sharing with you originally. So with no further ado, obviously, Bronuts, number one, $7 for this little combo here, and they've got some great donuts. Wait till I share this with you. While I was in the area, I stopped in at Fiddler's Green. Shout out to RJ, solid guy, man. Educated store owner, educated bud tender. Definitely somebody worth checking in with when you're out cannabis shopping, retail shopping here in the city. So this Goliath looking monster here, just specialty donuts like crazy. This is a blueberry fritter, orange glazed with raspberry icing. Sweet. Taste the orange most of all. Definitely tasting the citrus for sure. But all around blend, the icing. Nice and moist. So yeah, food reviews. Not so much the food, more or less locations. So recommendations, you know I'm in the music scene, you know I'm in the cannabis scene. It's a small world usually, and it's a cultural connection a lot of the times. That's where you see the hashtags and a lot of the feed I put out, cannabis culture, cannabis community, and music and weed. I mean, so right there, and then taking in on that, recommendations from friends and colleagues, cool places to hit, little gems in the city that that might get overlooked if you're not in the area or even just driving by. And Bronuts for sure on King Street is a place to stop. Not being sorry about it. I probably won't finish the donut. I'm not usually much of a dessert guy, but this popped out to me when I stopped in to grab one of these fantastic coffees. Pardon the paint. But that's what I'm doing here right now, so. I really like it. Not the usual apple fritter consistency or texture at all. Kind of crunchy, but the icing layers and the blend of flavor kind of comes one after the other. It's like a citrus punch. And then you taste that kind of cinnamon icing as well, then the raspberry icing coming into the play with it. And it's huge too, so. Obviously I'm baked. I'm not gonna lie about that. And again, on light duties, I mean, communicate to your employer. I'm not operating heavy machinery or equipment. I'm on my feet. I didn't drive here. I'm not driving from here. I haven't consumed any time in the last 3 hours. I still have a few hours of work to do here before I start my next job. So being responsible and keeping it reasonable and knowing my boundaries. So it won't be until later tonight, maybe a midnight toke. But for now, the munchies that I got, definitely would hit up Bronuts again. It's actually the second time I've been there, and I wanted to share a review with that. I've seen some of the specialty desserts and pastries that have come out of that in the 2 stops I've been there. It's usually hard to select. So as I share this and I get more information about some other places in the city, keeping in mind all ethnicities and ethical backgrounds of foods, cultural foods, events, especially where there's music, there's usually food. So we're going to start dialing in on that, and that should really be nothing new to anyone that's been following for a long time, anyone that's subscribed to Respect My Region, based on any of the feeds we've thrown out through the Canadian portion with the decolonized cannabis. Food reviews is just something that we're going to be doing, man. So music, cannabis, food, expect it all coming, all 2022. And yeah, so until next time, keep lit and grow some.